off with some of the stories that caught our eye to help you start your morning. So here is what you need to know today. Law and Order True Crime, the Menendez murders. Who remembers that story? Yes, right. Well, it premiered last night on NBC. It's a Dick Wolf project. You know, Law and Order, dun dun. Did you watch it? Yeah. So I actually spoke to the older brother, Lyle Menendez, directly from prison, where he is now serving a life sentence without possibility of parole. We're going to have that interview for you today, later in this show. And it is riveting. Here's a little bit now of our conversation. I wonder if you remember when you were shooting them, what you were feeling.
Just an emotional flood of emotions, just all sorts of emotions. I'm feeling everything. You know, I mean, I never had any therapy for what happened to me as a child. You know, I mean, I just buried it inside, and just kind of like, you know, you live with this fire inside you, unresolved. I think in families like this, if it goes this long unresolved, you are living. It's like you're living your life with your family life and your childhood with a couple inches of kerosene in the house that no one can see. And it doesn't take much for there to be a suicide murder, a murder of a parent, or a shooting, or vice versa.
We're going to have much more from Lyle Menendez on details of the case, and I asked him specifically whether he made eye contact with his parents in the moments before. I mean, I know it's dark, but don't you? This is back in the news. We had the O.J. Simpson stuff, and now they're doing the Menendez stuff, and people are getting back into these cases. And just to hear it directly from him on what it was like, they claimed the boys that they were abused. The prosecutor said complete nonsense. We'll get into all of it. Okay, on a lighter note, wedding invitations. You sent them out when you got married, yes, right? Me too. They can be very specific, +1, no +1, black tie, and so on, but one very specific invite is making the rounds online and caught our eye. What did it recommend? Here's what it read. In part, to all our mommies who are breastfeeding, we are thinking of you. We have designated an appropriate place for you to feed your baby so that you don't have to do it in public in front of our family and friends. We request that you use this area when you are breastfeeding, thank you. How obnoxious is that? I get it, you don't I get some people don't want to see, but maybe then just don't invite, I don't know, breastfeeding mothers, don't allow them to bring their baby, whatever it is, but if you're going to let them come, they need to feed their babies. Am I wrong? Oh, there you go. Sorry. Any fans here of the show Fixer Upper? Fixer Upper, do you watch that with Chip and Joanna Gaines? Well, sad news for you. Sorry, brace yourself. You've heard it. After 5 years, they're hanging up their hammers. Incredibly popular hosts Chip and Joanna say their HGTV show is calling it quits after this coming season. They write on their blog that it's bittersweet to say goodbye to the very thing that introduced us all in the first place. This show is en fuego. And the couple says they just don't want to raise their kids in the public eye, which I understand. Finally, timing is everything. Irish TV chef and food writer, all right, this is Donal Skean. That's a tough one. Donal Skean thought he would post a fun family photo on his Instagram. He got the family together. He told everybody to jump up. Everything was going fine until the family dog had other plans. Oh! Oh! You see it? That is just wrong. That is just wrong. Bad dog. We have been assured that no animals and no Irish TV chefs were actually harmed during this production, but Rover. All right, enough about that. We want to know what's on your mind today. Who's got a question? Bob from Princeton is here. Where's Bob? Hey, Bob.
Good morning, Kelly. How are you?
What's happening?
My question for you this morning, Kelly, is football politics or entertainment? And have we crossed the line?
Timely. That is the question, right? I mean, let me put it back to you. How do you feel? Do you support political demonstrations at these football games? Raise your hand if the answer is yes. All right, so you're about split. I mean, I can see both sides of it, but I do think that, everybody has their First Amendment right to express themselves, and I love that about this country. But then the other people have the right to object, right, and to not watch. For me, I have had it up to here with politics being everywhere. That's why I said when we launched the show, like, I'm kind of done with politics. And it's not that we're never going to cover politics on the show. We're going to cover politics. But it's like, must every show everywhere be the Trump show? Everywhere. You know? With all due respect to the president, it's just like everything we do now is just Trump, 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 Trump. So we're trying to launch a program that will be more broad and not just mire itself in the negativity of dark political, arts. Thank you. Thank you. Lisa from New York City. Where are you? Lisa from New York City. Where is she? Lisa from... Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hi, Megyn. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Here's my question for you. Were we better off before cell phones and technology?
I was. It's like, I have to tell you, I realize that it allows you to work from home and all that stuff, but I think it just takes over your life. I really would love to get to the point personally where I am either cell phone free or just on the jitterbug, like my mom, with the big buttons. All you can do is call. You cannot email, you cannot text, because it takes over your life, And I see it myself, so I'll be riding home in the back of the cab or the car, and I don't look out the windows anymore. I don't see the beautiful Central Park with the leaves turning. I'm looking at my stupid phone, and anything that is on there could absolutely have waited. Or it's Christmas, and you've missed the twinkling lights on the trees, and yet you're up to date on the latest Trump story or the latest... It's like, what joy are we taking from ourselves by being up to the minute on nonsense social media 9 times out of 10 all this time? But the tide has come and gone, and I don't think there's any fighting it. Individually, maybe, yes. But as a society, it's gone. Okay, we want you to join the conversation. Tell us what's on your mind. You can share your question. We're going to take some online questions on the show with the hashtag Megyn Today on Twitter or Facebook, facebook.com/Megyn Today.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.